Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Whatever the I Want podcast, where I, your host, Gaby, get to talk about whatever the I want. Welcome in. Today is my first episode of this podcast, and this is basically just going to be an introduction of what this podcast is going to be about. So without further ado, here's this intro song I got made for this. So this podcast has been a long time coming. I have had an interest in doing a podcast since 2020. Those that know me know that I was a co-host of a podcast about mental health. And ever since then, I was like, I should release my own. And I never ended up doing it. And I've spent so much of my life wanting to do things and creating things and not putting myself out there. I can't even tell you how many YouTube videos I've recorded that I haven't edited or posted, how many pictures I've taken that I haven't edited or posted. I've even done cosplays that I haven't posted. And it's like so much time passes and you're like, is this even relevant anymore? And so now I'm over those things. I will say that 75 Hard was a huge motivator. It really put into perspective how much I was procrastinating on, how many things that I was like, not pushing myself to do, like having to go to the gym and working out consistently for those 75 days. You're like, holy crap. Like even on the days that you don't feel motivated enough to go, like I still had to go. And there were days where like, I was like, I don't feel like it, but I still had to go. And you're like, after you do it, you feel so much better. And so you're like, whew, like at least I showed up. And I think that that's my goal for this year, is to really show up for myself. I know that I have the talent. I know that I have the personality. I know that I have all of the things that will make me successful. It's just that I continuously convince myself that I'm not worthy of these things. And I'm over it. I'm sick and tired of it. And there's also a book called The Power of Now that really helped inspire me with this. And it just basically talks about like the time is now. Whenever you procrastinate on things, you're basically saying no to your wants, to your desires, to your needs. And like I said, I'm tired of that. Now is the time to really put myself out there, because you have to think about your why. Why am I doing these things? What is my motivation behind it? There's a lot of people who try to go into this industry, or really a lot of industries, with the idea of like, I'm going to make a lot of money. And that's really not where your heart should be at. Your heart should be at like what inspires you, what will make you want to show up every day, something that you're passionate about. Like you got to find your passion, and content creation has been a passion of mine since I was a kid. I used to record YouTube videos. My cousins could tell you I would have them like sing Taylor Swift songs, and I would make like a music video out of it. We did like One Direction songs, things like that. I'm sure I could find the videos somewhere. And I'm fully ready to like embarrass myself on this podcast and just like on the internet, because it's like we take life and social media so seriously. For what? We're literally just all on a floating rock, and like we're all gonna die. Like, as depressing as that may sound for a lot of people, we're all gonna die. And I personally want to leave a legacy. I want people to be like, look, that's my great grandma. Like, she was a motherfucking baddie, and I am, point blank, period. So I am just here. I'm ready to show up, and I will be posting videos weekly. You can find this podcast at whatever the fuck I want .podcast, WTFIW .podcast, on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. That's where these will be posted. And I just want to thank you all for joining me. I'm really excited for this new year. I am so excited to see where this year takes me, because I really feel like I'm stepping into my potential and into who I am. I think for a big part of my life, I forgot who I was. I was conforming to who other people wanted me to be, specifically my parents and just people around me. Like I remember I dated somebody who was like, if you get a tattoo, I'll break up with you. And it's like, look at me now. Like, like I spent so much time like conforming to other people and what they expected of me. I'm the oldest daughter. So I have a lot of weight on my shoulders when it came to who I became and who I grew up to be. And now it's like, I am nothing like my parents wanted me to be, but I think they've learned to accept me for who I am. And they no longer put pressures on me that were once put on me, like being expected to go to college. And, they really wanted me to be a lawyer, because I like to argue and I like to talk. And so they were like, this is who you should be. And, this idea of being an artist, this idea of being a content creator, this idea of being successful in a creative field was not real for them. And I completely understand that. And now we've seen like a huge wave of success with people who are, I guess, more like tangible success, because success is, it can be defined differently by different people. But I think for me, success is being able to do what you love. That's what success is to me. And being able to show up authentically and to have people be receptive to what you have to say, be receptive to who you are, to your message. And I'm evolving, I'm growing, I'm learning. And that's what this podcast is going to be about. It's going to be about showing you all my journey, what I've been through, what I am currently going through, maybe some challenges that I face in the future. So yeah, thank you all for listening in. I truly, truly appreciate it. I'm excited to see where this journey goes. Let me know what some of your New Year's resolutions are. And I can't wait to see you all next week. Mwah. Bye.